Hey guys, I got an interview today with Levi. You guys don't know Levi. You should know Levi because this is the man right here, and he is a legend. He got CZ. Keep this in mind. He got CZ to burn Terra Classic on Binance. This is the guy that did it. Okay. And his last project did an 8x, and he was just the marketing guy. This time he's leading it, which gives me even more hope. So you guys all know I'm looking for the next big pre-sale, and I've been begging this man for the last month to do something, come on my show, do an AMA, because look at this. He's got over almost 82,000 people subscribed to him on YouTube. He's got CZ. This man made CZ go to his knees and start burning billions. And look, this is all because of this man. Teruna Classic owes this man so much, because when you come over here and you go to the Luna burn tracker, if you go to the burn tracker, you'll see how much has been burned in the last 7 days. This is because of what Levi has done. And you can see the big, huge amount that's gone up here. And most of this is being burned on Binance. So this man has done more for the Luna Classic community than anyone else we've seen out there. I'm impressed with him. He's got his own project. Yes, you guys know I'm looking for that big pre-sale. I think this one's going to be huge. That's why I got him on here. So I want to welcome you. Come on, Levi. Thanks for coming on. How are you doing?
Yeah, no, I appreciate that announcement, man. That was a really crazy time when last year, when with Binance and all that. I remember that time so clearly where CZ, he had made a promise to the Lunc community very early on, right after Teruna Classic had collapsed, or what used to be Terra before it was Teruna Classic. Right after it had collapsed, he had promised the community that he would do everything in his power to help revive the ecosystem. And I remember hopping into a Twitter space with CZ Binance in it that they were hosting on the official Binance channel on Twitter, and I had an AMA. People could come up and ask questions, and I basically asked CZ, hey man, why aren't we burning Teruna Classic? Why aren't we helping revive the ecosystem? And what happened is CZ literally kicked me out of the Twitter space. So that literally 20 seconds after that had happened, because I was on live stream on YouTube while this was happening, I said, all right, we're boycotting Binance. He made a promise. He's not sticking up to it. We're going to go on Twitter. We're going to make sure that he sticks to his word. So I grabbed the tweet where he said that he was going to help revive Teruna Classic. I said, what is with this? You need to help our community out. And it got thousands of likes on Twitter. I think that tweet got like 3,000 likes on Twitter. It went absolutely crazy viral. Boycott Binance was trending. Luna Classic was trending. And very shortly thereafter, 1 or 2 days later, CZ was like, all right, we're going to start burning Teruna Classic on Binance. And initially, he started burning 100% of all of the trading fees on Binance towards Teruna Classic. Since then, he's lowered it to 50%, but nonetheless, it made a massive impact. And I'm so proud that like our community was able to come together on my channel, and we were able to push this up and make something happen, because I honestly do not believe that the Binance burns would have happened if we didn't go ahead and do that as a community. And yeah, now I think Teruna Classic needs something new, and that's why we're here today. I want to provide immense value in a new way, which I think has the potential to have more of an impact than what we had there with Binance, which was great.
A lot of the community credits you with what happened to Binance, and all these burns, they wouldn't be happening without you. I just showed everyone these burns they're picking up like crazy. It's basically what you did for the, I guess you call it the Lunc community or Teruna Classic community. And now with the Fire token, you want to do something that's even more sustainable and more long-term. And actually, I've been listening to your videos, and you're basically talking about building an ecosystem. So like you actually want to start building on the Teruna Classic ecosystem, well, the platform, and just building it out so that there's more burns, more trading, just more going on, basically making it a true DeFi place, right? That's your long-term goal, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. We want to provide immense liquidity to the ecosystem. We want to be able to fund development and build amazing projects, but most importantly, we want to really stick to the core mission and the values that the Lunc community has, which is reviving the ecosystem. That's our whole goal with Fire token. And we have so many ways to do that, which I'm sure we're going to go over in today's video, which I'm extremely excited about. But the thing that I think has never really been done before is we're grabbing liquidity from the largest blockchain in the world, which is Bitcoin. And we're essentially just selling that Bitcoin and pumping up Luna Classic with that. If we raise a lot of money, it's going to have an extremely large impact on the ecosystem, because we know Bitcoin is going to be here to stay. It's going to continue doing well. And we're essentially generating grabbing the success from Bitcoin, and we're pumping that into Luna Classic over the long term. And the larger our operation is, the better Luna Classic will perform as a result of that. And that's why I'm so excited about what we're doing here with Fire Token.
But also the Fire Token has incredible potential because it's actually going to be revenue driven, which you don't see really with any of these projects. So what actually makes me really excited for your token, well, actually you got the website up. We can actually show people the website.
Absolutely.
And it's actually really interesting the way you have it set up. Let's go to it so that we can show people. And by the way, you guys, this is what kind of is nuts. If you guys look at, I was looking at this, I'm going to share my screen real quick with everyone. If you guys look at this, the Fire Token, he's just started the Twitter, right?
Yeah.
And the Telegram and the Discord up here. And you already have almost 1,000 people on here. Like it's insane, like how fast this is happening. And I'm like, you started like a couple days ago, right?
Yeah, it's been like 3-4 days now, and we're already almost at 1,000 followers. We're definitely gonna hit 1,000 followers like today, which is gonna be absolutely phenomenal. And yeah, it just shows like how excited the Luna Classic community is for this, because yeah, we're getting great engagement on all of our posts. It's all completely organic, which is phenomenal, and we're gonna continue doing that.
So you guys make sure you go follow them on Discord and Telegram, on Twitter. I think Discord and Telegram, you're going to be, or no, it looks like you're updating everyone everywhere. So it looks like you can follow them anywhere, but I always like to follow on Discord. But the Lunc community, I think they're mainly Twitter and Telegram guys, it looks.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people on all of the platforms, whichever one you prefer, honestly. Just be in there. You'll be getting all the updates regardless of where you are.
And what's interesting about the Fire Token, guys, right before the Fire Token, Levi knows a lot about other projects that have launched on Teruna Classic, and this one's called Terraport Finance. They were basically, assumed they were a DEX that launched on Classic.
Yeah,
and,
that's correct.
These guys did $3.5 million during the bear market.
Yeah, they raised that during the bear market, and pretty much all of their promo was through Twitter. They just talked about their DEX and their token through Twitter, and then had their own website set up. People invested in the token at a little bit of a discount, and yeah, they did phenomenally well. And honestly, like with what we're doing with Fire Token, our marketing is going to be, it's going to cover a lot more platforms. We're going to be a lot more heavily on YouTube. We're going to be, all over Twitter, a lot more so than a lot of these other projects were. And I think Terraport Finance did a lot of great things. It's a great project, but I think Fire Token has the potential to just do absolutely crazy numbers.
Well,
based off of that,
it helps that Terra Luna's done like a 4 or 5x also. That really.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Look at this volume, man. This is crazy.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, there's a few things driving this right now. People are really excited because Binance is adding new trading pairs for Terra Luna Classic, so that's a bullish sign. A lot of whales are coming back to the ecosystem right now in anticipation for a lot of large developments. A lot of people are really excited about Fire Token. Like the amount of engagement I've been seeing on my page on Twitter and then the Fire Token Twitter is just, people are just crazy about it. They're like foaming at the mouth right now, just waiting for every little update I have.
The Fire Token, let's go to the website. I'm really interested about the Fire Token because you're doing something that's really cool. That's really different. You're actually, first of all, it's sustainable, number one. But number two, the 30% discount from launch. So the pre-salers are going to get, if you go all the way down here, this is actually really nice. The token will be at 10 cents at launch. So the pre-salers will get it at 7 cents, right? There's a 30% discount, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
But this is what I also found interesting, guys. This is why you got to get into the pre-sale. If you invest $1,000 or more, you're going to get a limited edition NFT, and that limited edition NFT. So he's basically splitting up the pool from what I read up here. He's splitting up the pool of all the BTC miners. Half of it is going to go rewarding the token holders, and the other half is the NFT holders. So if you don't sell that many NFT, it could be like somebody out there that's receiving like thousands of dollars a month. There's a little bit of game theory in. You have to go to $1,000 in my opinion.
Absolutely. Yeah, and multiple thousands of dollars, multiple NFTs, right? So that pool realistically can get you an insane amount of rewards based off of how many people are getting into it. I think it's just a really nice addition based off of like just what we're already offering with the Fire Token, and it has the potential to give people insane rewards when we're really like cracking down on the numbers. And I think, yeah, that's going to get people really happy and excited. And a lot of whales already are like talking to me about that and saying, yeah, I'm really excited to get in just based off of the NFT alone.
So let's talk about what you're doing. You're gonna raise, we don't know, it could be some of these raises on Terra Luna, like Terraport 3.5 million. We don't know. You might end up going there. It's a huge possibility that you could sell this out very quickly. But
Right.
the BTC mining at 2 cents is absolutely insane. You're doing this, I believe you said you're doing this in Canada, correct?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's actually pretty close to where I am. I can't give the exact location of where it is,
Okay.
but yeah,
You're Canadian.
I am Canadian. Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So makes sense. Makes sense. Okay,
Yeah.
so you and I've heard of other projects that are doing 2 cents, not too many, but you're obviously are connected. You're a YouTuber, you know how to get these kind of things. So you're getting 2 cents. By the way, 2 cents is ridiculously cheap, guys. Like 2 cents is, if there was a project that's offering 2 cents in Canada, it would probably raise millions of dollars overnight. Like it's really good. Now, so you're gonna take this 2 cents a kilowatt hour energy, you're going to buy miners, you're going to put it in there. Let's say you buy, I don't know, $2 million worth of miners.
Yeah.
You're going to put the miners in there. You're going to take those rewards, which I believe right now those rewards are going to be, we saw down here, the current BTC price operation should earn between 10 to 15% every month from this mining operation. So you're going to, which is by the way, huge. So
Massive.
Unlike the other tokens that have launched out here, this actually has something backing it up, because you're going to get the BTC rewards coming back to your token holders in the form. You basically convert it to Luna Classic and you give it to rewards back to your token holders, right? Is that kind of how it works?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The easiest way to think about it is we're setting up these Bitcoin miners. We're getting like absolutely insane rewards, like 10 to 15% every month is mind blowing, right? That is really hard to find, especially like with the energy costs that we found, just insane. And we're of course going to be buying back Terra Luna Classic and just rewarding that to the people that got in on Fire Token, and of course the NFT holders as well if you invested more than the $1,000. Yeah, and that's the rewards on that are just phenomenal. I'm so excited about that.
So the way it works is half the rewards go to the token holders and the other half the rewards go to the NFT holders. So this is where it gets really game theory-ish. If you don't sell that many people over $1,000, there won't be that many NFTs. So if it's a small pool of NFTs, you could literally see 100 NFTs get $1,000 a month, for example. If you have there's a lot of game theory in this.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, and that's why these big guys are like, yeah, I gotta get these NFTs, because they see the potential there for sure. Especially if you have multiple NFTs, right? Like there's a lot to be made there for sure.
So yeah, and you got to get in early. You got to get in before the first million, because only in the first million do they give you 1,000. For every $1,000 you get one NFT. By the time they hit the second million, it's every $1,500 gets you one NFT. So you got to come in early, and you also get the 30% reduction price entering at launch. And if you guys are looking at pre-sales right now, you're seeing a lot of pre-sales go 5x, 10x, 20. I've seen some go 20 and 30x. So the pre-sales are hot out here, and what Levi is doing is unique. So if you're going to be getting into any projects out here right now, you want to get into the right pre-sales at the right time, especially one with like a YouTuber with his reach. It's rare. Like you have reach, like you have power.
Absolutely.
Like CZ bows down to you.
Yeah, we did that. That was absolutely crazy. I still think back on that sometimes and I'm like, wow, we did that. That's insane. Yeah, I think we're going to do even greater things with Fire Token, to be honest. I think like when we throw out those burns and people like start seeing the numbers of what people are able to earn after we go through the pre-sale and everything, like I think it's just going to continue going up from there. And we also have the tax system on the token itself, which will help get us more in the future too, which is great. Like we can add that to burns. We can use that to buy more Bitcoin miners, scale up the operation, give the holders more rewards. There's so much we can do here. And also what I'm really excited about is actual development on Luna Classic, right? Bringing utility back to the chain and making sure that more people are using it. And that's all possible through one token, just Fire Token. So yeah, there's so much we're doing here.
This 2.5% buy and sell tax is really interesting. So if you get millions of dollars worth of volume on this a day, it could provide a lot more income that you're going to use this particular income. This is separate from the income you're buying the miners. So you're buying the miners with the part of the pre-sale money, or a lot of the pre-sale money, but then you have this income coming in that you're going to use to also buy Luna Classic and just burn it basically, and to evolve the ecosystem. So you got two revenue bands that you're using basically. Am I correct in that assumption?
Absolutely, yeah. And the potential is limitless there. We can build a DEX, we can build an NFT marketplace, we can put out grants for other great builders to come onto the blockchain. There's so much we can do with the development aspect of that. I think both avenues are going to just open up so many opportunities to grow the chain. Luna Classic.
This is way more well thought out than I would say 99% of the projects. This is actually sustainable. It's well thought out. It has multiple revenue streams. Like you're not just counting on a lot of projects are just counting on the buy and sell tax. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
You gotta always, I've been in crypto a long time and DeFi a while, and you gotta have something more. So I love the fact that you're going to be like those Bitcoin farming. If Bitcoin hits 100,000 guys, oh my God, like
printing money at that point.
This project is going to print, like it's going to do multiple X's just because the amount of rewards, and it's going back out buying Luna Classic on a DEX, which basically burns more Luna Classic because he's adding volume, right? You're going to use Binance or a DEX to be buying Luna Classic, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're pumping liquidity back into the ecosystem, right? Yeah. So like Bitcoin goes to $100,000. These Bitcoin miners are printing insane amounts of money. We're grabbing that Bitcoin and we're selling that and we're buying Terra Luna Classic, right? And that's going to be great for the ecosystem. Our success, Bitcoin success is our success. And so, yeah, that's going to be phenomenal. I think after the Bitcoin halving, just historically, we've seen the numbers that Bitcoin has done after that, very shortly thereafter. If we're going to follow that same trend, there's a lot that the whole Fire token ecosystem and Terra Luna Classic has to benefit from that now, which I think is phenomenal. That's really great.
I was talking to you before we got on live, and you told me there's a lot of influencers on Twitter that are about to run with the Fire token.
Right.
Can you give us a little bit of a snippet of what's about to happen out here?
Yeah, so the Twitter space is absolutely insane for Terra Luna Classic. There's so many large Lunc heads, we call them, or just people that just like preach Lunc all the time on the Twitter, right? And so I've been in contact with like pretty much all of the top guys, and they've made commitments to me to be like, hey, yeah, I love the project. I love what you guys are building here. I've been keeping an eye on your Twitter, on your YouTube. I want to help get this thing out there. So we have a lot of really big guys that they're ready. The moment our pre-sale is live, they're saying, yeah, I'm out there. I'm going to be making sure that people see this because this has a really good chance, I know, at just helping the whole ecosystem. So they're all for it. And we have people that are going to be in Twitter spaces all day talking about Fire token. We have people that are going to be putting out a tweet once or twice every single day. They've committed to doing that already. And I'm not going to throw out their names yet, but you guys are going to see it when the pre-sale goes live. They're going to be there, and they're going to be there every single day talking about it. And these people have big followings, right? We're talking about these people that consistently, they'll put out a tweet every single day that'll get over 20,000 views. And we have 4 of these guys that have hard committed already to doing this, and yeah, they own that algorithm. So it's gonna be great to be working with all these people that believe in our vision and will help get the word out there and have the reach to do so. I've gone through all of their Twitters. I know they're great guys and they've built out their followings at the same time I did. We grew the ecosystem together, so I know they're all stand-up guys.
You're the #1 Luna Classic influencer from what I've seen.
Yeah, like I say, there's some other big guys out there, but
you're the one though.
Yeah, if you like factor in like Twitter and YouTube combined, the reach that we have, yeah, it's big. It's really big.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, everyone's with me on this that I've talked to. So yeah, it's gonna be great.
A lot of people are saying, I talked to a lot of people, and a lot of people are hyped up about your token, and they're worried they won't be able to buy in because I think it's fill up the first million and maybe even the second million very quickly. Do you have anything for whales that you can open up? I'm hearing you might be opening it up for whales a little bit sooner to help them get in, like people, because there's a lot of Terra Luna Classic whales that want to support you also because they see the value of the power of the Fire token to help their other bag. But not only that, if they invest in this, they could see a 5, 10x, who knows what they could see. So they're hitting you up. What are you doing for the whales out there?
Yeah, great question. So yeah, we've getting a lot of interest from whales, and what we want to do is we want to open it up just a little early for the whales so they can get in. We'll have a minimum buy threshold. We're thinking $10,000 is a pretty fair number for these larger guys to get in early, and then we could just see just like the amount of interest and build excitement around that. Like we have all these big whales coming in, we'll tell all the retail about that when everyone else who's interested, who maybe doesn't have a $10,000, because not everyone does, to put into the project. I know some people are going to be 1,000, 2,000, but yeah, we'll open things up a little early for the whales. They'll get in, they'll put their money in, we'll build up that excitement, and then we'll open up the floodgates and people will just come pour it in right after. I'm really excited to see, how this works. I know I believe you said that you've worked with a couple projects in the past who have done something similar to this. And yeah, I think there's a good chance of working well.
Yeah, there's a lot of Luna Classic whales, man. I won't be surprised if quite a few of them come in, because who wants to fight like everyone to try to get that first 1 or 2 million? Like,
Absolutely.
you gotta wake up early, or I don't know what time you're gonna launch it. Sometime in December, right?
Yep.
Have you figured out a date yet? I know it's not tentative, but do you have a date maybe?
Yeah, we do. I'll wait on announcing that date, but it's gonna be soon. It's gonna be pretty soon here. And yeah, I'm gonna be talking about all of that very shortly on my YouTube, Twitter, all that stuff. And yeah, I gotta say, like, the amount of interest is just blowing my mind right now. I know people are gonna obviously love what we're building here, but just seeing it in action is pretty crazy. So I'm so excited to see what happens.
If I just hold the NFT, I can get the rewards, right? I don't need to necessarily, if I buy it on pre-sale, of course, I'm trying to think about strategies people can use. And I see the token price explode, right?
Right.
Right after. And then could I sell my token and just hold the NFT and still get the Luna Classic rewards?
Yeah, absolutely. There's something like, once you have that NFT, you got it. So if you want to put in $5,000, you get your 5 NFTs like on the first million, and then you got like nice gains. You want to sell your fire token? Yeah, by all means, you're allowed to do that. That's going to be something you can do. And I think like some whales will probably do that. Some will want to hold for the long term because they see the amount of developments that we're doing. But the beautiful thing about that is if we do get a ton of sale pressure, like right off the hop after we launch, the taxes that we collect from that will be used to scale up the operation either way, right? So we could buy a ton of Bitcoin miners with that if we like produce like $1 million in volume or something like that. So either way, it's a win for the ecosystem, whether people are buying or selling. And that's something that I think makes this project really unique as well. It's not very often that you'd get excited from a sell-off, right? Because people will be like, oh, the price is going down a little bit. But all that's collecting money for us to grow the ecosystem and provide more value to the holders over the long term and give them more rewards and all of that stuff. So
yeah, and you can also use the taxes even at some point, depending on how things are going, of course, up to you. But you could even decide to buy back the fire token. It might be undervalued, because if you're going to produce X amount of money by your Bitcoin miners every month, you're going to go to yourself, well, wow, we should buy more fire token, because then that means more money coming into your ecosystem. I'm just trying to think. There's so many variables with this project that if you are making, let's say Bitcoin goes to 100,000 or more, you could be making 20-25% a month, and you might be like, wait a minute, let's go buy as much of our own token and put it in our treasury and earn that Bitcoin reward.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's so many angles to take with this. Yeah, and that's definitely one that I've been considering as well. I think that no matter what, though, the one thing that I like about this project is there's so many options and avenues that we can take, and we can really adapt to the market and how it's looking. Like, we can lean more into the Bitcoin if Bitcoin's doing really well. We can lean more into Terra. There's so many different angles that we can really take. There's a lot of freedom there. Like in a bear market, we just focus on development. We just want to build at that time. We just put more money into developing projects on Teruna Classic at that time and find some kind of residual income through our grant program on whatever we're building. If it's a DEX, like we'll own part of the DEX, and then that will come back to our holders in some way. There's so many different ways that we can angle this thing, and no matter if it's a bull market, if it's a bear market, we're positioned to grow our ecosystem and reward the people that get in, especially the people that get in early because they're getting the NFTs.
This is interesting that you said. So you're going to be growing the ecosystem by investing in different types of project, whether it's DEXs or NFT marketplaces or whatever. There might be a D app that you guys really like. There might be a game that you guys really like. There might be so the foundation, your fire token is like a foundation in a way, would own a piece of that. Then those revenues would come into you, and then you could use those go buy more miners or to reinvest it in another way, buy back the token. So it's, if you buy the fire token, it's like buying a percentage in like the whole Luna Classic ecosystem, you could say, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's basically like a stake in the ecosystem in a way. Yeah. Like we're grabbing, liquidity from Bitcoin, putting that into Terra Luna Classic, rewarding holders. Easiest way to put it. I know there's a lot of complexities to this. It's easy to get lost in the sauce. In reality, it's pretty straightforward, and we're just wanting to revive the Terra Luna Classic ecosystem. And I have no doubt in my mind that with the community we're building, we can do that. Because I think like one thing that's really struck with me and everyone else who was part of the Luna ecosystem when it collapsed is just the amount of destruction that was caused, the amount of people that lost their life savings, the amount of people that just put absolutely everything, their heart and soul, into the cryptocurrency industry and all their trust, and then some freak accident happens that was completely outside of their control. My mission has always been to provide value to this ecosystem and rebuild it and find a way to make people whole again. And this is the way that we can actually do that. Finally, there's like a realistic plan that I think, honestly, not to be like arrogant or cocky or anything, but I think this is by far the best project that has the highest chance of actually doing that out of anything that I've ever seen, because we're using Bitcoin. Like the Bitcoin's around no matter what. It's going to be here for the long term. I can't say no matter what. Like it's the cryptocurrency that will be around while none others would be around. So it's great.
Is there a Teruna Classic Foundation or no? It's just on its own at this point.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a grants program, but that's fizzled out a little bit. There was one a little while back, but the funds have dried out in that, and the interest on it died out because there's a lot of complexities to that. I won't get too much into it, but we have a way of keeping what we're doing alive and well over the long term, because we do a big pre-sale raise. Like we're gonna have funds indefinitely, essentially, as long as Bitcoin's around.
Well, this is really interesting to me because it sounds like you are in a way going to become the fire token. In a way, is like going to become the foundation. Like you, depending if you end up raising, who knows, 3, 4, 5 million, who knows what you end up raising. But if you end up raising some serious money, you end up being the foundation, and all the people that you're going to be able to help with this and basically investing and reinvesting into the Luna ecosystem. You're the man you're the man that's going to be doing it. That's incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's always been my vision. And it's just now that we have a realistic way of making that a reality. And yeah, I don't think there's a better time to do it than now. You see, Luna Classic is doing well. It's getting a lot of liquidity. It's gone absolutely ballistic in the last month, or last even couple of weeks here. And yeah, we just want to build off that momentum. I think we can. And there's so much eyes on the community right now. People are like, we see even Watcher Guru put out an article about Luna Classic very recently. And I'm excited about that. I want Watcher Guru to be covering us next. So we're going to do everything in our power to make that a reality.
Do you think Luna Classic just did a 5X? Do you think it can do another 5X from here and lose a 0?
Yeah, I definitely think that's a possibility. Yeah. It was just a couple days ago that we saw over $1 billion in volume flood into Terra Luna Classic. That's insane, right? We just, for example, we put out Fire Token, we see the buybacks, we see the burns, we're covering this. It's getting over 1,000 likes on Twitter, like I've already done previously last year when I was, talking about all this other stuff. And even like recently, a lot of my tweets have been getting insane engagements. And then that gets picked up by large media organizations. That is the ability to like just open up the eyes to the world of what is capable of happening here. And we could see insane volume numbers once again. I think that we could see times where we get 5 billion 24-hour volume numbers. And that's what we did like last year with Luna Classic. We know it's a possibility. We've done it before. And if we have a day like that, yeah, we'll definitely break through 0 after a couple of days of $5 billion volume like that. So we know it's possible, and we know we can make it happen. All we need is the community to come together and have a joint mission and a vision. And I think Fire Token is that. We're rebuilding and reviving the ecosystem.
It looks like, guys, if you want Terra Luna Classic to do crazy numbers and get to back where it is, you got to support Levi here. You got to support the Fire Token. Make sure to grab it. It's just going to make your Luna Classic bag bigger. And it looks like you got to grab an NFT. So you got to go in that $1,000 minimum and you get that NFT and you're earning some nice money, it looks like. So I love this project. I'm going to be in the pre-sale, man. Let's have you back right before you do the pre-sale. How's that? Like maybe a day or two before. I'm sure you got a million AMAs going to be planned, and then we'll have you back, and whatever questions you guys have, let's ask them in the comment sections, and we'll have Levi back right before the pre-sale. I'm excited, man.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm absolutely stoked. And yeah, just stay tuned, guys, on the socials, Twitter, Discord, Telegram, whichever one you use, YouTube. Follow Dow King here. He's a great guy. And yeah, we'll blow this thing up together, guys. I think we have a really great chance of success.
I'll put all the socials down in the description for you, maybe in the comments, so you guys can follow them wherever you want. And Levi, thanks again for coming on, man.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me.